I was still young and naive at the time to just think that whenever you apply, you're going to be taken. As a country, what do we need? First thing I asked myself, it's okay, demand, where is the demand?
There's no demand for it, and you end up sitting at home with a degree.
Sitting at home.
There are no jobs for it.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely do not come from a wealthy family.
And then I want you to take me to then, how did you start with looking for a job, right? Because now you know, I think you know that you want to be a software engineer at this point, right? Because we discussed that. And how do you go about now doing this degree, deciding that you're going to go for a graduate program? When do you apply for it? Because you got a graduate program. When do you apply for it? What do you need to do to apply for it? What's the difference between applying for a graduate program and just applying for a job as a junior, whatever? What's the difference, you know?
Okay. So firstly, when it comes to a graduate program, it's made for graduates.
Yeah.
Right? So it's made for you, the graduate, or the person doing their final year.
What is a graduate program?
Okay. So a graduate program is basically companies want to offer opportunities to youngsters who just came from school, university, college, etc. Right? They want to offer you an opportunity to join and sort of be in their space and learn how the industry works, whatever industry that may be, within that company. That's basically that providing an opportunity to young people to become, professionals in their space without the pressure of them applying to become, for example, an intermediate software developer, in which there you would require more sophisticated knowledge and experience. But because you are a grad, you don't have that, right? So they provide this platform. That's basically what a grad program is. Several companies offer it. If you look around and you really do your research, I promise you will find a lot of companies do offer graduate programs. When do you start looking for these opportunities, right? The moment you get to your final year, I want to say a month after you get to your final year is where you start looking.
So that's early in your last year, in your final year.
Yes.
So you're talking about March, Feb.
Yeah. March, Feb, latest if you took maybe some time to start getting prepared, April. That's when you need to start looking for opportunities, right? And it's as easy as, I'm just going to make an example. You want to be a software engineer or software developer. Search software developer graduate programs. Search online, Google, right? And start scrolling. I mean, most of us know there's this tab which says jobs, right, in Google. Just go there, start scrolling. I advise to apply to as many as you can, right? I had this rule that I used to say, Uguti, if I don't get at least one rejection per day, I'm not applying enough. Right. So just apply.
Because then a lot of people, they will apply for, one or two, and then they get rejected and they like, yeah. So how many did you apply for?
Luckily for me, I applied for one and
sure. You can't tell people to apply for all of them, but you applied for one.
I mean, I got blessed, right? I got lucky, but it's not always gonna be like that, right? So we can't use the experience to in your life. You can't do that. You need to try and increase your chances as much as you can, right? But yeah, so basically that's what a graduate program is. And that's what I did last year.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, when I summarize like what a graduate program is, I think of it as, you have people that are transitioning from being students into being professionals. So they're integrating you from a student environment into a working environment where they now introduce, because it's quite a huge shift, right? So what were your experiences as a grad? Like what are the things that you learn as a grad? Like why is being a grad exciting? What did you enjoy about it?
Firstly, there's a high chance that wherever you're gonna go as a grad, you're gonna be very much given all the support that you need. And when I say support, I mean everyone is going to be there available to sort of extend.
Because they know you're a grad.
They know you're a grad. You are lost, right? I understand. You know, some of them might even extend their help because they're trying to avoid risking you breaking certain things. That's just how it is. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get a lot of like support, right? Support and guidance, and then some exciting things, right? When it comes to graduate programs, is that you have the space you're given the space to learn how things really work, right? So you'll find most of the time that as much as you're a grad, but you're gonna also be considered like as an employee, right?
Yeah.
But
Because as a grad, you're actually a permanent employee, but it's just that you start in a program,
yes,
structured program.
a structured program, which I'll get to. So you are in that you are an employee, but your delivery is a little bit less intense than other employees. So you're given the space to actually figure out what it is you're trying to do, how do you solve it, and then what do you learn from it, right? So I think the one thing that you need to take as a graduate in a graduate program is that whatever you're given, make sure that there's always a learning experience from it, right? Whatever task that may be, whatever thing you need to deliver, make sure that you learn from it, because that's one of the main reasons for a graduate program. Now, most of them are structured, right? You find that there'll be a lot of sessions during the year where you guys go for maybe like a financial training because like usasemusha, right? So uyahola manje.
Oh yeah, now you're getting the big bucks now.
Yeah, so
you need to know what to do with
you need to
this
know what
money.
to do. Exactly. You need to know how to handle your money.
Going from getting 0 a month, now you have a few grades in your bank account.
You know, I mean, NSFAS. I mean, shout out NSFAS, but like, hey, sometimes it gets rough, you know. But like, yeah, now you have decisions to make, you know, adult decisions, and sometimes you might even find that your graduate program is based in another province where maybe you're not from, right? So it's like it's a whole different adjustment for you, right? So you'll find that these graduate programs, they'll give you training on that, on how to handle your finances, who to talk to, you know, when you have certain things that you wanna sort of plan for your life, you know, who do you go to seek for assistance? You'll have a lot of technical training as well.
So they're not just preparing you for the job that you're going to be doing as a software engineer. So it's like it's an overall program that helps you in like with your personal finances and all other aspects of
life.
You being, an independent, like an employee now. You have a salary. You have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It's not just for the job. Also, even when it comes to like the technical aspects of it, right? It's not just like it's for you as a developer. Like, how do you grow yourself when it comes to technical? So depending on the company, if company A works with technology A, you'll be taught a lot about technology A, right? Because yes, as much as it's also for your own personal development, but at the end of the day, it's getting you prepared for the next year and onwards when you are now a full-time employee, right? You're no longer a grad. So, but you get a lot of training, guidance, and also you get a lot of room to ask questions. This next cohort of like graduates that joined where I'm working right now, the one advice that I always give them is...
now you're giving them advice.
Yeah, now I'm giving them... I'm a foot man now. Like, I'm giving advice now. I have a lot of experience, you know. So I'll tell them that this is the year where you have the biggest opportunity to ask questions, to fumble, to also try new things. Because when you try out certain things, let's say you're given a task, and don't be scared to do it and say, what if I mess up, or what if I do this? That's actually an opportunity for you to learn. If you do mess up, you are in the part of your career where you're given like sort of, they'll forgive you. You'll be fine because they'll just know it's okay. Lo muntu saqala uyaqala ukuyenza this thing, right? So we shouldn't be now interns to this person to say, okay, why are you, why did things not go well, or why did you break, or so. This is an opportunity for you to explore. Don't be afraid to explore, right? Try things and take leaps of faith